Are you looking for a podcast about getting them horse movements just right?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh!
Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you?
On a scale of 1 to the inevitable heat death of the universe, I'm at about 2020.
Nice. Oh, man. I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't know. Just like, can you really be okay in this time? You're kind of just like always surviving, you know?
Yeah, in this day and age, can you really be okay?
It's just like, yeah, I'm still here.
Still here, still alive, counting my blessings, and that is each and every heartbeat. Today, in the world of coronavirus, after work, I got out of my work robe and I changed into my evening robe, and that's the moment I realized, like, wow, I just don't give a shit anymore.
Like, I know that's probably a weird question, but so, like, you're wearing the robe. Is it just the robe?
Well, I mean, I've got the undergarments.
Okay, I'm just like, why even change then if it's just the robe? Can you, sorry, I don't do robes.
Okay.
Like, I've never worn a robe. I don't
feel like
understand
you
the
should.
appeal. I've tried one, and I was like, I don't get it.
Was it a bad robe?
Well, no, but, like, I guess I was dressed fully underneath it.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm not going to wear it naked. That just seems weird to me. It's just like wrapping up in a towel. And
Yeah, that's
I don't
the
do
appeal.
that.
After I get out of the shower, I have the hardest time getting out of the towel. So getting out of the towel and into the robe, it's a socially acceptable towel to wear around the house.
I have hooks and pulleys set up everywhere so that, like, when I get out of the shower, I dry off as fast as possible, and I literally just jump into a full set of clothes.
You just zip line right into, like, a full set of upright clothing and shoes.
Yes, 100%. You know what? Since Corona and, like, working from home, man, I really don't like wearing shoes anymore.
Oh, I put on shoes the other day and I was like, I fucking hate this. It's not a good feeling on your feet.
Because you can ask Ferdin, you can ask Taylor, anybody that's been around me.
You always wear shoes.
Like, I'm always in my fucking shoes.
You always have them shoes on.
I do, but now, like, they come off as soon as I hit the door.
Yeah.
Like, fucking fling them shits off. No more shoes. Free the feet.
Let the puppies breathe.
Well, then I watched a video on, like, how people's toes have changed.
What? Like, during the pandemic, or, like, overall as a human species?
Just like the human species, like, with the invention of shoes and stuff.
Okay.
And, like, we used to be, like, really, like, kind of flat-toed, and they were kind of more spaced out, and now they're all, like, pushed together and, like, to the side, because your shoe, like, forms around them, you know?
Yeah. Little canvas prisons.
Yeah, and I, like, looked at my feet when I watched the video, and I was like, I remember them looking the cramped way. Because I wore shoes 24/7, and I hadn't been wearing shoes for, like, 3 months, because I've been working at home, right?
Yeah.
And I looked at my feet, and I was like, holy shit, they are, like, more spaced out. I want them to be happy. So, like, now I hate shoes.
I wonder if my feet have changed. I'm just, like, looking at them now. They're not shoe-shaped.
If I can find the video, you can kind of gauge it from there, because, I mean, it was a clear difference, and I could see that I was more in line with the free feet picture now. You know?
Free feet. The wildling feet.
I don't really do sweatpants either.
I don't like sweatpants a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I like leggings because they just, like, cradle you, but sweatpants just, they're too loose. There's just, you don't know what's happening inside there. You can't see what's going on.
I've always hated sweatpants, right?
Yes.
Well, when I went to Thanksgiving, I went to my parents' house, and my mom had bought new pajamas for me and Taylor, right?
Okay.
And so my mom bought me these pants, and they're kind of like, I thought, like, track pants kind of things, right?
Like the Adidas 3-stripe going up the side kind of a thing?
Kinda, because they're by Russell, so, I mean, it's not like Adidas or Nike, but it's the same type of thing, right?
Okay.
And fuck, they're so comfy, right?
Okay.
Like, shit, if I could, I'd wear this shit to work. They're so comfy.
Do you have a work uniform?
Well, no.
So you could wear them to work.
I mean, I could, but I don't want dogs jumping all over my nice pants that I gotta wear when I come home.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But so I like went to put them on again the other day, and Taylor was like, going back to the sweatpants, huh? And I was like, these aren't sweatpants. And she's like, they're kind of exactly what sweatpants are. And so I've been kind of thinking about them, and now I might be into sweatpants.
This pandemic has changed you.
They're so nice, but they're not like that thick. To me, a sweatpant was like a super like thick cotton, you know?
Yeah, like when you say sweatpant, the image that conjures up in my mind is like a sweatshirt, but on your legs.
Yeah.
But
these are like smooth. They have like this like kind of finish on the outside, but it's got like the furry stuff on the inside, so they're nice and warm. I'm just like really into them. Like I've been wearing them nonstop.
All right, I hope you wash them.
I just sit in. So we have the washing machine that doesn't have the little like pole in the middle, the agitator. Yeah, so I just let it fill up, and I just sit in there with them on, and just like
just hang out.
Yeah,
Like a little Robert Soup.
Anyway, just real quick, side note again, because I trailed off there. Can you explain the appeal of a robe? Like, tell me what is so appealing about the robe, but then the difference between a work robe and an evening robe.
Okay, well, so here's the thing. I feel like I fully explained the robe. Like, it's like being in a towel, but it has sleeves and a belt.
Okay.
So it's wonderful.
Sure.
So as far as, like, work robe versus evening robe, I was in, like, a full-length, horrible terry cloth situation for work because I was cold, and I work out in like a tiled high ceiling room, so it's next to a window also, so it's very chilly.
Okay.
And after work I was like, well, now I have to cook and I don't want my sleeves all up in the fucking pots and pans, so I changed into like a short jersey robe, so it's like cotton.
Okay.
It's, more free.
I just really thought you were like go from like the cotton robe to the silk robe for the evening robe.
Silk robe, my evening wear.
Yeah, you're always just like sitting there watching TV, like twirling the belt. It's like, this is great entertainment.
My kimono.
Yeah.
No, it's just two different robes.
I don't know that I can approve of having two robes for the same day.
I have 4 robes.
Yeah, but no, like for the same day. If you had 4, like my just woke
my
up
morning
robe, my lunch robe, my dinner robe, my bedtime robe, then I think you had a problem.
That's all you need. 4 robes.
That's more than... No, you need 1 pair of maybe sweatpants for half.
Okay. All right. Well, we usually open our shows with 2020's latest and greatest celebrity death.
Yeah.
This week, I'm not going to do that. We're going to talk about a celebrity birth. There was an article today written... Well, not an article, I guess. It was a tweet written by the lovely, the fantastic Elliot Page. Elliot Page, you may know formerly as the star of Juno or the Umbrella Academy. They have come out as trans. So their pronouns now are they, him. And I just want to say I think that's fantastic. And it's wonderful. And people are finding themselves in this day and age. And the pandemic has opened up doors, I think, for people to kind of explore who they are a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I just think it's cool, for him to come out and have that support immediately from his fellow cast members on Netflix and from Netflix themselves. They made a tweet that were like, you go.
Just a quick question. So in this changing to being a he, is he gonna undergo like actual like transgender surgery, or is it just like, no, I'm just a man, but this is my body,
I really don't know that much onto it. I think I know that they identify as non-binary, I believe, was what the final determination was, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm just happy for him.
That was like when I found out, and I'm reading the article now, that's like when I found out that the guys that created the Matrix were now sisters instead of the Wachowski
sisters.
brothers. Yeah.
I think that's fucking crazy. I was talking to Ferdin about that today, our good friend Ferdin, that the Wachowski sisters, like, the Matrix is a metaphor for, like, transitioning and being trans.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I did not know that. I have to rewatch it.
I remember looking up stuff on The Matrix one day, and it was like created by the Wachowski sisters, and I was like, am I having like a Mandela effect here right now?
I know, right?
Because
I
was
did
like,
the same thing.
no. And then I read this whole thing about how they had transitioned well after the movies were made and stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But then I just found it even more interesting that it wasn't one of the brothers. It was
But
both
both.
of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
they both did.
That was cool. So this
So-
one is for you, Elliot Page. Congratulations. on
Congratulations.
finding yourself.
On letting... Wow. Elliot, I'm sorry. That sprayed all over your face on the computer.
Oh, no.
I literally cracked this Dr. Pepper, and it went... Psh, I've never seen a mist like that come out of this before. Oh. Well, here's to Elliot. I guess a quick question on that. So it was Ellen, and now it's Elliot.
Correct.
Do you normally stick with that kind of name just because it's close to what you had? Like, you never really
so-
hear of somebody going like, oh, I was Ellen, now I'm Duncan,
Well,
you know?
I looked this up too because I was curious on, how people go about choosing their name when they decide to be trans,
Okay.
or not when they decide to be trans, whenever they find out that they are trans. So, it's not uncommon for people to choose phonetically similar names, but there's no like written rule about it where you need to go.
Well,
you know,
yeah.
it's
It's
kind of
just-
whatever your soul goes toward, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like that's more the norm, you know?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people probably do it just for the comfort of their family, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah.
if you transition, you could be Roberta. It's just easier. And if I say Robert on accident and dead name you like a dickhole, then, sorry, I wasn't trying to dead name you. I was just messed up on your name, Roberta.
Yeah. You just never really hear that more commonly, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because I would pick, like, a crazy, awesome name. Kind of like
Yeah,
Max
like
Power or
Balthazar.
something. Yeah. It's just some wild name and really
Yeah.
lay into it, you know?
If I could pick my new name, God, I don't even know what I would pick.
I would probably pick just, like, a really unique name so that it would stand out, you know?
I might go with Balthazar, actually, now that I think about it.
I mean, it's a pretty good name.
It's a good, solid name. So how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, so Thanksgiving happened. It was good. I only got, like, the one day, so it was kind of restful, I guess.
So you had the day off?
Only Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
And then Black Friday, I had to work, so...
What was your secret plan that you were going to do that you couldn't announce because people listen in?
So, okay, let's just go ahead and get into this Black Friday thing.
Let's get into it.
Okay. Black Friday sucked this year.
Yeah, I mean, there weren't a lot of deals.
Yeah, have you looked at the deals? Was there anything that you wanted, though? You were like,
There was nothing that
those are deals.
There was nothing that I super well. Okay, so I did buy Richard the new Oculus headset, the VR thing for Christmas.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was going to be a deal. I figured probably not, since it's a pretty new thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I checked on Black Friday and on Cyber Monday just to be extra double sure, and there was not a deal on it. So
then, can't count that.
yeah,
So really, you didn't.
there was
didn't
nothing
get
that I
anything
wanted
for Black Friday. Yeah, there's nothing. Everything was like, okay, I mean, these are good prices on things nobody wants, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
But so, I was going to camp out outside of a GameStop for a PlayStation.
Oh my god.
Because I was going to a smaller town, so I figured there was less chance of people doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, if you were in like, a more populated area, tons of people are going to do it. I mean, I've already told you guys about when I went to just try to even get a pre-order for one to begin with, and these people were like, yeah, we camped out, like, 2 days ago, you know?
Uh-huh.
So it's like, this will probably work. Like, it's a smaller town. There will probably be some people, but there won't be a lot of people. Because I feel like most people don't travel to camp out somewhere.
Yeah, especially not in a pandemic.
Yeah, they'll do it at one close to them, you know?
Yeah.
So I was going to camp out because the deal was every GameStop was going to have 2 PlayStations minimum. They could
That's
have
so
more,
few.
but they were going to have 2, period.
So, my question there is, like, if you're an employee at that GameStop, how do you not just, like, reserve that for yourself the second you see it go?
I mean, people that work at GameStop don't get paid that much.
It's true.
I'm sorry,
capitalism.
but they don't. I feel like they probably have some kind of rule. It's like, employees cannot buy them. Sorry.
That sucks.
So I was thinking about doing that, and so Thanksgiving's here. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and one lady is camped outside.
Okay.
There's one lady sitting outside the GameStop waiting, and I was like, shit, I might have to go. Like, I might have to go out now, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was going to, but Taylor and my dad they kind of talked me out of it. So I wound up not going, right?
Okay.
But I went to check at about 6 p.m. So only 5 hours later, I was like, I'm not going to go till I at least eat, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to enjoy Thanksgiving, and then I would go. But I decided that I wasn't going to go, so we drive up there to check, and there's about 10 people.
God.
Right? And one dude literally had a tent.
Oh my God.
So I was like, well, I'm definitely not going to come up here now, because if there's only 2 and the first 2 people in line buy them, then everyone else is shit out of luck. So forget it, right?
Yeah, that sucks.
So I go back home, and I'm sitting there, and the place that was helping me know about that deal, Cheap Ass Gamer, right?
Uh-huh.
They released this website out that's like, hey, this place lets you check inventory of places around you, right?
Okay.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and try out this site and see what it says. And so I type in the zip code, and every single store had 2, which was in line with like what was said, right?
Yeah.
And the one in the small town where I was said 0.
0?
Because I was afraid that even though GameStop said all locations will have this, I figured a small town might be overlooked or deemed not worth it.
Yeah.
And this website showed 0. So I'm thinking they wait all night. The next day, they get told, oh yeah, we don't have any.
How pissed would you be?
Very. And we've been trying
riot.
to call the GameStop to see if they even did have any. Because I want to know if that lady, like, broke a window.
Yeah.
But, we've never gotten in touch with them. They've, like, never picked up the phone, so I don't know.
Maybe they were burned down.
But the website said 0, and I'm inclined to believe that that was true, so...
That's nuts.
I think those people waited for PlayStations, and nobody got one.
Okay.
which makes me feel like a little better.
I guess. I mean, yeah, at least you weren't out there camping out to get nothing.
But then speaking of that, I just got to give you an update on this, because I feel like this issue can't go away until it finally goes away.
Okay.
I got to talk about the scalpers again.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear more about these guys.
So, I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there again one more time. I think scalping should be illegal.
Yes.
I don't think that it should be okay in any way.
No.
If you buy a product, you should be able to sell it for the price of the product, maybe like a little bit more, but not 3 to 4 times as much. That is highway fucking robbery.
Yes, it's I don't even know what to call it. It's sick and twisted and immoral.
And I keep watching this guy on YouTube that discusses this literally daily.
Yeah.
Like, he posts videos daily, and he'll do sometimes 2 videos a day on this topic, right?
Okay.
Well, a bunch of people keep saying to him, like, hey, it's supply and demand, right? And I've talked about this guy on the show before. This is that Review Tech USA.
Okay, yeah.
People have written to him and been like, it's supply and demand. Like,
it's not, though.
It's not. The whole point is, these people are buying them up and hoarding them and inflating it artificially. Like,
yes, it's like the fucking toilet paper idiots.
Yeah,
when
they're
the pandemic
pretending
happened.
There was no supply. But there was a supply. It's just you took all of the supply.
Yeah, it's not supply and demand if I go down to the local grocery store, buy all the peanut butter, and then sell it for like $600 a jar. Like, that's not cool.
Supply and demand is, if I make 6 bottles, 6 people get to buy them because 6 people want it.
Yeah. Maybe 7 on a bad day.
And then, yeah, there were 10 people. So, there's not enough to meet the 10 people that want it. There's only enough for 6 of them.
Yeah.
But if one person buys all of them, there was not enough for 1 out of 10. There was enough for 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's not supply and
But
demand.
you
It's
took
one
them.
stupid asshole.
So, it just... it frustrates me. But there's a group in the UK. I don't know their name. I don't want to promote their name. They're bad
Okay.
people.
All right.
They are bad people.
Fair enough.
They have 3,500 PlayStation 5s in a warehouse.
Disgusting.
This group, now it's a group of like, a bunch of different people that all went and bought them and like pooled them together, right?
Uh-huh.
But the point is, you all did it for this one like group name, this one entity that now
Yes.
has a warehouse full of PlayStations, which is more than, let's say, a Best Buy ever received.
That is despicable.
You are just a person who has more than a corporation ever got to sell to people.
I hate that. That is like, I wish that Anonymous would like break into their stupid little warehouse
yes.
and just like give away
Free
all
them?
the PlayStations.
Oh, yeah.
Or sell them at a reasonable price and like donate the funds to
Yeah.
a charity or something. I don't know. There's better ways to do this than one human being buying like 1,000 PlayStations and storing them in a big box where nobody gets to use them.
Yeah. And I've even said this on Twitter like a month ago when the PlayStation first came out. I said that if I were rich, I would use my wealth to buy all the PlayStation 5s or whatever product is out at the time. I would buy all of them. And then I would turn around and sell them for the normal price so scalpers could not inflate it.
Yeah.
Because if I buy them, I know all of them get sold at the right price.
God.
I would buy all of them and then turn them for no profit. Because that
Turn
is
them for
stupid.
negative profit. Just give them to sad
Maybe.
gamers who have been jilted.
Why not? So anyway, this group has 3,500. It's known. I mean, they're a known group. They've been proud of the fact they have 3,000 of these things, right?
Yeah.
Well, they have now responded to people's criticisms of them.
Okay.
And their response is that some of their members need to have these consoles to feed their families.
Oh.
Okay? They have to put food on the table. So yes, there may be a child that won't wake up to a PlayStation 5 this Christmas, but there would be another child that would wake up to nothing if this weren't what we
Jesus.
were doing.
Okay,
And
that's
then
your...
hang on. They end their response with, "We have no regrets."
Oh my god. If I had a
Blatant
knife
slap
right
in
now,
the face.
Jeez, I swear to God, like, if your whole job is cheating people out of money, you're doing capitalism wrong. This is why
Yeah.
this is why we can't have capitalism. Capitalism fucking makes dill holes out of people like this.
So, now this is in the UK. So, it's a group over there. But here's the thing. You're saying that it's for these people to feed their families. The people in your group still had to buy that PlayStation, which is
Yeah.
$500.
Sorry, you can go get a pretty solid grocery trip for $500.
You sure can. And so here's the whole deal. Apparently they were recruiting people to buy the PlayStations for them, right?
Okay.
They're like, "Kelsey, I want you to go buy this PlayStation for my group, okay?
Okay.
You go spend $500 on a system, give it to me, and when I sell it, I'll give you that money back plus $100.
That's stupid as hell.
So you do turn a profit, right?
$100 profit.
Which, sure, I guess could feed your family more, but now you have to be out $500 and wait for me to sell it to then give you money back, so that doesn't track, right?
That is the worst pyramid scheme.
Yeah, but now you've turned $100 profit, but I sold it for $1,500, so I
Right.
made $1,000.
God.
I made $1,000.
And that
And
person
you
is
made 100.
selling the 3,500 PlayStations. Like they're making so much money. I'm so flames side of my face.
Like, tell me how much sense it makes that these people are trying to feed their families, so they spent thousands of dollars on PlayStations to now feed
Yeah.
their families.
No.
No.
People who have the
You had the
time
money.
and the money to go stand in line or whatever, and I don't know, go on the internet and build a bot to fucking...
Like, if you needed money to feed your family that bad, you shouldn't be buying PlayStations to try to feed them.
Yeah, that's not
No.
how this works.
That's not how this works. And when I read that there were no PlayStations at that store, that's when we drove by and saw that there were, like, more people outside.
Yeah.
And my dad was with me, and he goes, "Can I tell him?" And I was like, "No." Because honestly, I don't know if some of these people are there to buy it. They've been camping out all of Thanksgiving, not spending time with their family, to get it and now try to sell it for $1,500. And I'm not going to help these people get to go home. They should be rewarded with nothing when they wake up. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to help these people know that they're doing this for nothing.
This is how you create, unrest in a society.
Just the fact that that's your response, I don't know. It just doesn't track.
It doesn't track.
I don't buy it.
Yeah,
you know?
No.
And it upsets me.
That's frustrating. That's shitty as hell.
Oh my god.
Along the lines of new consoles, one deal I did see on Black Friday actually is that, so the next gen, what do you call them? The controller for the Xbox is backwards compatible and all that. So you could just buy the new controller to use with your Xbox or with your computer, and they had a total surplus of them for whatever reason. So they were all like 30% off.
Huh. Okay.
So we got we got 2 Xbox controllers because they're, brand new and nice. And they're actually like really solid controller. They feel heavier and they're textured. Have you held one yet?
No, because I have their like elite one.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, I would imagine it's probably taking some stuff from this one.
I think so. So like the D-pad has a really clicky haptic feedback on it. Like it's a very like tactile thing. You click it and it's like ka-chonk.
Yeah.
So it's super nice in that way. And the back is like all speckled, so it's like grippy in your hand. It's a really nice controller, and I recommend that.
I've heard that it is good. I mean, the Xbox controller hasn't changed in a while.
Yeah.
And they were like, this one's not really different. It's just like a little better.
Yeah, they just tweaked it, like,
which is good,
Yeah.
I mean, if it is so good, you don't really need to redefine it,
Right.
I mean, PlayStation only keeps redefining theirs because they keep adding some
new crazy shit to it.
Yeah, I feel like they have like a little bit of Nintendo blood in them,
Yes.
Because it's like, hey, we made the controller like a little better, but now there's a big light bar in it that like shows you shit from the game in the light, and I was like, that's amazing, right? But then it didn't really get used very much.
Yeah.
And now it's all like, controller's like a little better, but now, cool triggers.
Yes. I really hope that they make use of the triggers in the new games, because those are just too cool not to use.
So, that game, Deathloop,
Uh-huh.
where you have to, like, survive the whole time without dying, or else you start all over again, and then there's, like, a human person trying to kill you, too.
Yeah.
Your gun can jam, and when it jams, the trigger doesn't press down anymore.
Oh, cool.
So, like, that's a cool use,
Yeah.
Like, I do wonder, because, I mean, these are all the first games coming out. I wonder where it can go,
Yeah.
Like, I really wish a new Uncharted would come out. I'd like to know what they do with it. But that franchise is kind of done, so. Well, speaking of consoles again, did you get your Stadia?
I did.
Have you used it?
I have not.
I have been using it.
Okay. What do you think?
I thought I would try it. So I actually bought some games on it. I bought Doom Eternal, because it was like on a Black Friday deal. And then I bought Tomb Raider for Taylor to play, because it's like her game, so I figured she could tell if it was good or not.
Yeah.
I love that controller, Kelsey.
It is a really nice controller.
It's a very good controller. I really like it. So I got it all hooked up, which is a bit of a pain. It kind of takes a while to hook it up.
So that's why I haven't used it, because I plugged it into my TV. It did something for a little while, and then it just froze my entire TV for 3 hours. So I was like, I'm not going to bother with it for the moment.
Well, so when you plug in the Chromecast, that doesn't even, like, use the Stadia thing. Like, you have to do it all from your phone to even get it started.
Yeah.
It's like a whole deal. But so, I tried it out the first night. I played Doom, and I was like, I've played Doom already. I played it. And I was like, this doesn't feel right. You know? It didn't feel bad, but it didn't feel right. I was like, it's not as precise as I remember it being.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, whatever. I tried it for a little bit, quit. Then the next day, everybody was watching stuff, so I was like, well, I'm going to bust out my tablet, because you can play a game anywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I busted out my tablet and played a demo for a game on there, and I played it all on my tablet.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, because it did sync up. It took a little bit of time to make it go, oh, you don't want to use the TV that I'm already connected to? You want to use something else? That hurts my brain, you know?
Yeah.
But I got it hooked up. I played a demo on my tablet in my lap, and I was like, that was cool.
Okay, good.
That's nice. So then I got Taylor to try it. So I had her play Tomb Raider. She said it felt fine. And then she got really into it and started playing Little Nightmares.
Okay.
And she's currently playing Little Nightmares on the Stadia. And she thinks it's really cool.
Good.
I think if you're playing a game that's slower paced,
yeah,
it works really, really good. Like it does.
Good.
Works good. I like it.
No complaints.
I got one complaint.
Okay.
I just don't like that I have to pay a monthly fee.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I had to buy Doom. Now I'm buying games again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still purchasing the games. I'm not really getting anything by subscribing to this. Except the ability to play the game that I'm buying.
Right.
So what's the point?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's, I don't know, like it's going to be feasible in the long run.
Yeah. I like it. I think it actually does work good. But they need to figure out how to get us games on it better.
Yeah.
Because it's also... they don't update the games on it very often. So all the games on it are old as shit.
Yeah, so
like,
they
there's
need
no
to,
new games.
They need to do like Xbox is doing with the Game Pass and just have more new stuff all the time and for free.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing.
That's the thing.
I mean, I would really like to try out the xCloud stuff again, because I did beta test that. But, like, I was playing Halo, and it was awful. It was horrendous. I couldn't shoot anything.
Oh, really?
The lag on it was so bad.
Yikes.
I don't know if that... Well, but see, I said that I was playing on my tablet with the Stadia, and it was working kind of good, because I was playing on my tablet with Halo, and it just was not working.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wonder if it's better, because that was in the beta test time. But I think Xbox has the winning solution here.
Yeah, I think so.
It does cost more, because it's, what, $15 a month for that one?
I think so.
But, you get a game the day it comes out, and then you can just go play it.
Yeah, and you get free shit all the time.
Just, like, roll games in there all the time. Stadia works. Stadia has a great controller, but the business model is not right.
Yeah.
So I've already canceled my, like, 30-day trial.
Yeah.
So I get it for, like,
that.
12 more days, I think.
Right.
So Taylor has to finish playing Little Nightmares, because that's, like, one of the ones that's on their free list.
Better get it done.
And then it's going to go away. But, I think it's going to sit in the shelf and be a nice collectible. A nice little talking piece, but I will probably never use it once the subscription ends.
And you can always use a controller for other stuff. Like, you can use it for Overwatch or whatever.
Oh, that's true. But I like my Xbox one. It's so
yeah,
nice.
It is really nice.
Like, they sent this free thing to me a little too late.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And then, oh, I got one more thing to gripe about.
Okay.
You need to be aware of this 1 year.
Oh, shit.
1 year, it's going to come for you.
Oh, what?
You got a new Samsung phone.
Yeah.
You can use SD cards now, right?
Maybe? Probably?
You can.
Okay.
I thought that was the whole thing. You wanted to be able to have the expandable storage in your phone, because Google didn't let you do that.
No, I care not for expandable storage.
Oh, okay. Well, I have all my pictures and stuff on my SD card, so when I get a new phone, I literally just pop that out, and then they're all on the new phone.
Okay.
Right? So everything on my phone is saved to the SD card.
Okay.
just for getting. It's really just for when I get a new phone.
Yeah, mine just goes like straight to the cloud.
Oh yeah, you do that shit.
Everything's all up in that cloud.
I like it all right here. But so I kept getting an error on my phone that said my SD card isn't reading properly now.
Well, that's not good.
And so I was looking it up, and it said when this error occurs, it means your SD card is starting to fail.
Oh no.
And I was like, well, I have had it since the S6.
Oh my god.
This is a 6-year-old SD card.
What the fuck, dude?
Or more, you know?
That's so old.
Yeah, it's got like 6 years worth of pictures and shit on here.
And all your pictures just live in that SD card? You don't have them backed up anywhere?
I mean, they are somewhere, but still, they're like right here, though. You
okay.
know? So I bought a new SD card, and I have to get everything on there really, really fast.
Yeah.
Because I took a picture today, and my phone, like, locked up and pretty much exploded in my hand.
Oh my god.
It was like, I don't know where to put it, the SD card doesn't work anymore! It was just like, and it just like screamed in my hands.
That's not good.
I did not like that. So, SD cards break. They get old. They crash.
Okay. PSA, replace your SD cards.
I don't know what 5 years is. Quintierly?
Quintierly, yeah.
Yeah. Quintierly.
Quintierly, replace your SD card. It's very important. You should know this by now.
Yes, remember that. So, yeah, I had a 128 gigabyte one. Oh, I did get a Black Friday thing. I got an SD card, 256 gigabytes. It was $20.
Well, there you go.
So I have all 6 years worth of shit, and I haven't even filled up this 128, and now I'm doubling that memory.
That is so... I don't know how you just don't take any pictures. You just don't take any pictures. I have to put all my shit in the cloud because I take too many pictures.
What are you taking pictures of?
My kitties.
But, like, I'm looking at my dog. She's right there.
But I want to look at them forever.
But I have pictures of her. I don't need a picture of her every day because she's not cute every day.
Yes, she is.
Not really.
Don't tell her that.
I should just... Jacob, you're not cute today. Maybe
so
tomorrow.
Rude.
Maybe tomorrow you'll be cute. So, yeah, my SD card is freaking the fuck out. I have to fix it, like, tonight before I go to bed.
Okay, well, yeah, get that done.
I will.
So I spent my Thanksgiving playing a video game that I had sworn that I would never ever play again because the appeal didn't appeal to me. My family, my in-laws wanted to play Among Us.
Okay.
So I got dragged into Among Us.
Fantastic.
And I actually like it now.
Okay.
I don't know why. I hate this game so much.
What does that even mean? You like it now? What is different now?
So when I got introduced to this game, I was just kind of like dunked in the lava head first. Like, this is the game, play it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do. Like, you go around, you do these little tasks, and it's mostly mind-numbing. Like, it's just, you just walk around and you do tasks, and they're not difficult tasks. Task is like, tap the screen 30 times. Like, tap in the corners. Make a little pathway with your finger. It's just tiny little mini-games, like itty-bitty WarioWare to keep you busy while you're being distracted by the killer who's running around trying to stab people. And the appeal, even saying it out loud, it doesn't appeal to me. I don't like to be the imposter, and I don't like to try to figure out who is an imposter. I don't like games where you work against each other and there's like a secret killer, and I don't know. I have been playing this game and I can't stop playing it.
Hang on. But you like Clue, right? Because isn't that essentially what Clue is?
I mean, in Clue, you're not being hunted.
Well, that's true. You're all just trying to solve it.
Yeah, you're all trying to solve the same mystery together, which that is what this game is, but the mystery is that you could be part of it.
Yeah.
So, like, whenever somebody's like, I think Kelsey is acting funny because she stood by the wall for 2 minutes, and I'm like, I was just looking at my map. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just, I don't know how to defend myself in this game. Maybe I'll get better as I play more. I don't know. But for now, I am enjoying playing it simply for the fact that I like to hang out in a room with people while they play it. Like, I have a group of friends who plays pretty regularly, so I play with them now just to kind of be in the room. I just want to be in the room.
You just like to watch.
I just like to watch.
Okay. It's like, you guys are doing a good job not being murdered, guys.
Yeah. My favorite part is when I'm the ghost, because, like, when you get killed, you're just a ghost and you wander around endlessly. And you can do tasks and stuff and just watch other people do their tasks and get murdered.
Yeah.
So I don't have a strategy when I play. Head empty. Just walk around. But
it's like, man, they did really good work on this corridor. It looks really nice.
It looks really nice.
I like this.
Isn't it a nice corridor? So yeah, I'm playing it. I am enjoying it? Question mark.
Okay.
Further updates perhaps to be had.
I hope you continue to somewhat enjoy it, I guess.
Yeah, I hope I do too.
I should really look at getting it on the computer because the phone one is just harder to...
The phone one? When I got it on the PC, I loved it much faster because the phone is so much harder to control shit, and you can't, like... The buttons are all so close together. I don't know how to use the map on the phone, but, like, on the actual desktop, it's a much more feasible game.
I mean, it's $5.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
That is not bad. And so many people own this game in my friends list.
So many.
The reviews are overwhelmingly positive. I don't know about that. Well, good. I'm glad that it has somehow found its way into your heart.
It has somehow crept its way in there, and I don't know how or why.
You are kind of more now in the zeitgeist, which I know you love to be in.
I do. I am begrudgingly a part of the zeitgeist. So there's a new movie coming to Disney Plus.
Okay.
And this is a movie that we had talked about previously. So it's going to be streaming starting, I believe, on Christmas Day. I'm super, super excited for this. Do you remember talking about the movie Soul?
Yes.
Yes. It is coming in a month. Less than a month.
I saw commercials for it all of Thanksgiving.
I am so ready to sob.
Now, is it gonna be... Do you know anything about it? Like, is it gonna be like Mulan? You'll need to buy it? Or is it just like, nope, for Christmas, we're giving you this movie?
I think
Here's
they're just streaming it, because the thing I saw was, like, Soul streaming on Disney Plus, December 21st. So let me... Soul movie, Disney. Disney and Pixar Soul on... It is going to be streaming exclusively December 25th. So maybe they're going to stream it just for Christmas.
Like, just the day?
Yeah, it says streaming exclusively December 25th. So, everybody mark it on your calendars.
There's a screenshot right here, and this lady looks like a real fucking person. That's crazy to me. Unlike Disney's Mulan, Soul will be included at no charge.
Nice. Is it going to remain in Disney Plus, or is it just going to be on that day?
No, it is just on there all the time. It starts December 25th, and now it is our movie to watch.
Fuck yes.
So this will be like their first, okay, let's put our new thing on there and just see what happens.
Music by Trent Reznor? What?
You didn't know that?
No. Now I'm even more excited.
Like, this is kind of their first Game Pass type thing. They're saying, okay, like, here's our new movie.
All right.
I'm just gonna leave it here.
So this is
enjoy it.
This is what it means for you guys. You have to go out there and you have to watch this movie, and you got to let Disney know that we like this, so that they keep doing these things.
Well, I mean, basically, you need to subscribe and stay subscribed so that they know that you like these things.
Yes.
Because if we all watch it and then we all leave, they're gonna be like, well, this sucks.
Can you imagine, like, watching this movie and hating it so much you just quit Disney Plus altogether?
No, I just imagine somebody going like, I'll find a free trial next time I want to watch one thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Which, I guess speaking of Disney Plus, I have been watching The Mandalorian.
I was just going to ask you, are you caught up?
No.
Okay.
I only haven't seen the last one, which has, like, the big person in it. But, like, I don't know, this season's okay.
Yeah.
I guess if I cared more about some of the stuff from Rebels and Clones,
yes,
I'd be more invested, but right now I'm just like, yeah, I mean, it's still a a good show, but it doesn't mean anything to me.
So I finished
now.
Clone Wars like the day before the episode with Ahsoka Tano aired.
Yeah.
So it was like the perfect time for me to finish that up because I was just full of emotions. There's like so much that happens in Clone Wars, the animated series, and I just like I want to talk about it with somebody. It's a lot. The end of that show, like the final 4 episodes are basically a movie that they've broken up into 4 parts. And
so now that's the season 5 stuff, like the new stuff.
Yes.
Right? Okay,
yeah.
so you like are done.
I'm done.
Okay.
And
okay. So I just want you to think about that real quick. Do you know what season 5 is? Like where it started?
What do you mean? Like the timeline?
I just want you to try to imagine when that show got canceled and that stuff was not there.
Oh, yeah, I know. Like when we got to the end of season 4, I was like, this is where they ended it. They ended it here, and then they finally come back with the season 5. And like the first half of season 5 is good. The back half of season 5, like, blew my fucking face off. It's like
we're here to end this.
If you watch any of it, watch those 4 episodes, because my heart, like, we had to watch them just one after the other. We planned on not doing that, but no, we couldn't stop. We were just like, I have to finish this. I have to see it through. It's emotional and captivating, and Ahsoka Tano does such a good little job. I love her so much. I have so many feelings.
One of the dogs that I have to go see is named Ahsoka.
Oh, that's so cute.
So I thought you would like that.
I
will
love her.
watch the show at some point.
Yeah, I really think that you'll love it. We're watching Rebels now.
This is something that me and Taylor had a conversation about. She got a game. I can't remember what it's called. It's still out there somewhere. But basically you draw like 7 cards and you just have to like flip it up and ask your other person whatever's on the card.
Okay.
And they have to respond, or they can stare at you for 10 seconds and then say pass.
What?
Like, it's like a couples game kind of thing, right?
Okay.
I mean, like, you can pass, but that probably wouldn't go good, you know?
Yeah,
but,
the 10 seconds of silence is going to be awkward as fuck.
Well, that's one of the things, too, because then you have to, like, worry, like, why don't you want to answer, you know?
Yeah. That sounds less like a couples game and more like an argument game.
I mean, so far it's not been. We've only played it, like, twice. But one of mine, it was, like, something that I wanted to complain about. And it was that I don't get to watch anything.
Oh.
Because we're always going to watch things together. But if she doesn't feel like watching it, it just remains unwatched.
Yeah.
And she just goes, "You can finish Dragon Ball without me, okay?" And I just was like, "Thank you."
Okay.
And I've watched no more Dragon Ball, so...
Well,
I gotta get on that. But, like, this might be one that I'm gonna have to watch alone.
yeah, I recommend it. I think you'll like it.
She wants to watch it, but she just doesn't want to watch it. Does that make sense? You know?
Yeah. I was that way with the first half of Clone Wars. Like, the first couple of seasons are just okay. Like, it's very much a children's show until it's not.
Oh, God. Speaking of watching things, see, this is why she doesn't want to watch TV shows.
Okay.
We were talking to another friend of ours, right?
Uh-huh.
And she turned us on to a new YouTube channel. And Taylor only wants to watch this now.
Okay.
So we went to Nandi's house, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, "Have you guys watched this?" We were like, "No." And she goes, "Check this out." So it's called Nuke's Top 5.
Okay.
Like atomic bomb nuke, right?
All right.
Nuke's Top 5. And it's all like ghosts caught on camera shit.
Ooh, like real ghosts?
Yeah, so it's like people will send in clips or things that they've seen in like documentaries and like all these different things, and then this guy Nuke kind of like puts it in a little package and says, like, here's the top 5 ghost sightings for this week, and he just like points out 5 different videos and just talks about the things that happened in them.
Creepy. Okay.
Now, he's a big skeptic, so he's just like, well, here's this one, but what do you think? You know?
Yeah.
So he doesn't try to sway, he just goes, is this a real ghost or a trick of the lighting? Or is it an elaborate hoax? You decide. So he just kind of shows it to you, right?
Yeah.
And I sleep with the fucking lights on now because Taylor wants to watch this from the moment we get home until we go to bed. It's so many ghosts.
That's a lot of ghosts.
And I don't fuck with ghosts, Kelsey. I don't do this, okay?
I know.
I don't like it. And there's one of them that I can't quit thinking about.
Okay.
It's... So, actually, there's a couple. So, a lot of these are videos that are just on YouTube. There's, like, paranormal ghost hunting YouTubes, you know?
Yeah.
And so, a lot of these clips just come from those. So then you can go to that YouTube and watch the full clip and see it for yourself.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And so there's this one... It's a guy in Mexico who owns...
Oh, is he at a birthday party?
Well, he owns a party store.
Ah!
With, like, piñatas and shit, right?
Oh, no, the aliens!
But there's one piñata that moves every night.
Fucking haunted piñata. Can you imagine you die and your soul gets yeeted into a piñata?
Yeah. So, this piñata moves, and then he'll, like, be in his house, and his motion sensors will say, movement, right?
Okay.
So, like, he'll check the cameras, or he goes down to the store. And so he's checking them, and, like, he never sees anything, but then one day he sees, like, the computer chair just, like, spin across the little area that it sits in, right?
No, thank you.
And all this stuff. And then, like, things get thrown off the shelves. There was a lady who was stocking the candy one day, and a thing of napkins just flew right at her from behind.
So it's a Piñata Poltergeist.
Well, this is when it gets bad.
Okay.
So one night, he goes down into the store, right?
Okay.
There's a chill up my spine right now.
I'm,
thinking
like,
about
creeped
this
out.
guy.
I got goosebumps, and you're just telling me about this terrible piñata.
Nothing's even... Well, so the piñata's not even the thing. That's just how it starts.
Okay.
And then there's other shit. Like, the piñata's not even the thing. So he goes downstairs, and he's looking through his place, but he's got it on live stream to, like, people following him, because he's like,
okay,
this has been happening for a long time, so he tries to, like, show it to people, right?
I hate this.
And he's live streaming, and he, like, the store's really skinny, right?
Okay,
so,
it's like a skinny long thing?
Yeah, so I guess you'd call it more like, what, like bodega?
Okay, yeah.
I guess. So, like, he's standing, like, behind his counter. It's, like, really skinny up to, like, the closed shutter at the end. And he, like, shines the light down the tiny little aisle. And this face, no jokes, just, like, peeks around the corner from, like, way down low, right?
No fucking thank you.
And then he fucking runs off. And then it goes to the next event, I guess you would say.
Okay.
And he gets a motion sensor thing. But he doesn't check it because he was freaked out from the time before, right?
Yeah.
And he checks the footage the next fucking day, and Kelsey, I don't want you to look it up because I just don't think you'd like him.
Okay.
Well, they call it, like, the skull monster.
Ugh.
But he goes to the footage of when there was, like, movement, and from the middle of this pile of piñatas, this face just, like, slowly sticks up out of the middle of them.
What?
And it is this gaunt, skull monstery looking face, and then it just slinks back down into him.
I don't like that, but I want to see it.
And that's what the whole fucking YouTube is. It's like, well, what do you think? Is this guy lying or is it real? You decide. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm freaked out now.
Ugh.
So that's my top one, I think. But there's another one that's really close. I don't like the shit either.
I can tell you, like, looking behind yourself and shit.
Kind of. It's this guy in Jordan, right?
Uh-huh.
So a lot of these are, like, in other countries and stuff.
Yeah.
But they have YouTubes and stuff. And this guy lives in Jordan, and he was live streaming. There's, like, some abandoned houses out in the middle of the desert somewhere.
That's nightmare fuel.
Yeah, and he's like, let's go check them out.
Absolutely not.
And me and Taylor just can't get over how people go alone when they do all this shit.
Yeah, how do you go alone?
But so he goes out in the middle of the fucking night to these abandoned, one-story, minimalistic, like, desert homes, right?
Okay.
And he hears, like, sobbing.
Ugh.
So he runs in there, and there's nothing there.
No.
And then he moves on to, like, another house, because it's kind of like a little grouping of them, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's just blood-curdling screaming coming from one of these homes.
No.
And so he runs into it, and he stubs his toe on the way in. Like he kicks a rock. He's like, fuck. And so he, like, takes off his shoe to, like, inspect his toe.
Yeah.
And then, like, he kind of looks up. And he's like, I think there's something in here. And that scream penetrates the whole room.
Oh my god.
The scream penetrates the room. And he turns the camera around to, like, show himself to, like, get the light on him.
Yeah.
Because the light was going out. And he's, like, freaking out. He's holding his chest. And he's like, oh. And he, like, looks at the camera. And the shadow just, like, stands up right behind him.
No.
And then he fucking bolts, man. He bolts.
I don't want that.
Taylor makes me watch this, like, 4 hours a day.
No. Taylor, stop.
And she's like, let's watch another one. And I'm like, dude, I already sleep to Christmas music and the lights are on. I can't do this. I can't do this right now.
That sounds like a bad time.
It's a pretty bad time. I don't like it. But you should watch it. It's pretty cool.
No.
Some of it is interesting.
Okay.
But, yeah, you should check it out. If you feel so inclined.
All right.
And if you guys out there like some spooky stuff, it's Nuke's Top 5. You may have already heard of it. But if you like seeing some spooky shit, it's just there for you to make of it what you will. It's not trying to sway you that it's real or fake. It's just like, here you go.
So while we're on the topic of spooky shit, could this be the time that we announce our Game Awards bets?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not going to be spooky with you, though.
Well, I'm going to be spooky with you.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that if I win the Game Awards, then we are going to play Phasmophobia.
Okay. That's fine.
Yes.
See, I wanted to go a different route.
Okay.
So I want to take you to another, like, Game Awards favorite, but from a previous one that I've talked about many, many times.
Okay.
And since I've watched enough spooky shit, this would be good for me. If I win, I want you to play Journey.
Oh, man. I knew that was coming.
And I want to just be there to enjoy what happens.
Okay.
Because it would lift my spirits, I think.
All right.
I'm going to go nice.
And I'm going to go naughty. All right. I'm excited for that. So whoever wins the Game Awards, we will be streaming the winning game on... I just put it in. Sorry.
So now we've got our bets. We will, based on who wins, we will be playing either Phasmophobia for Kelsey or Journey for me on December 19th. And since you guys quite enjoyed the evening ones more, we'll shoot for 7 p.m.
Yes. Sounds perfect.
That's good.
It'll be on Twitch Live and then up later on YouTube if you can't make it to the live show.
That is correct.
All right. Also, speaking of horrible, scary things, so there's, have you seen the previews for the new Clifford the Red Dog movie?
No, but I see this little screenshot, and I think he's adorable.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let me get a better picture of Clifford for you. Don't click on this article yet because there's things in there that I need you to see, but I don't need you to see them quite yet. So, okay. Clifford, Big Red Dog, movie 2020. He looks cute, but
in
like
the face.
So they basically, it looks to me like they've just done like a big CGI golden retriever, but made him red, right?
I mean, I guess
that's kind of what the vibe is for me.
I mean, yeah.
But it's the shade of red for me that's troubling because like they gave him this like blood red coat. And he just looks like a golden retriever who's been bathing in the sanguination of his enemies. Like, I don't know why they went with this color. If they were going for like a more natural color, but I think if you're going to go with Clifford the Big Red Dog, you just do like nice, bright, childlike red, right?
Yeah. I mean, from the head in this screenshot, I think that looks like a fine red. But then this picture that you just gave me, this is, I mean, I'm still fine with that too.
I think it's just weird. What I do want you to see is how they're mocapping this thing. So go ahead and click on the article, and I have a couple additional photos for you.
Let's see. Okay.
So they've got this like horrible plastic skeleton situation. And it's just like two actors in like red cargo shorts underneath this big like 10-foot red dog skeleton, and it's like it's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Love it. It looks just like Barney the dinosaur.
It does have like a really vaguely dinosaur face about it. His little eyebrows for some reason.
I love it.
It's so creepy, and like children actors have to work around this thing and pet it and just be.
I mean, that's what you gotta do when you make this stuff, though.
Yes, I don't know. I guess it's better than just having like tennis balls on sticks or whatever. It's just so jarring to see the production images of like children walking around like, yay, happy times, and this horrible.
I love it because I just love that they even have red tennis shoes on too. Like, these are the Clifford people. I love it.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
It fucks me up a little bit.
Aw, I think it's so funny. I just want to know why this dad looks so pissed off.
Which dad?
Well, so in the top picture, there's like a guy with the girl actor and then the boy actor, but he seems like he would be like this girl's dad.
Oh yeah, he does look really mad.
And he looks so angry. Like, I fucking own this big ass dog. It sucks.
Imagine having a dog that size. Imagine picking up the shits of a dog that size.
Don't want to.
No, thank you.
That would be like Jurassic Park style stuff.
Yes.
Look at him. Ah, it's so cute. It's like a better version of the horse costume. Because at least you don't have to just... Like a horse costume.
Oh, just like a generic Halloween horse?
Yeah, but at least like the guy in the back doesn't have to be just like hovered right on the first dude's ass, you know?
I guess. How heavy do you think that big dog skeleton is?
I bet it is so lightweight.
Yeah,
it's probably
like
made out of like the
polyfoam.
thinnest plastic. Yeah.
It just looks so fucked up to me. It's total nightmare fuel.
Oh man, this makes skeleton pinata guy like fade away, and I'm soothed by this.
Okay.
This is great to me. And look, the kids are so happy with it. They love him.
Yeah, I guess.
Aww. Man, you are never going to be able to act in a CGI movie. You're going to be too scared of the thing that you have to stare at.
Yes, I will.
Like, what would you have thought? I mean, you've never seen, I guess, how they did Thanos for the Marvel movies?
I don't think so.
So they had
mocap.
They had Josh Brolin really there in the suit, right?
Fuck.
And then they had a pole sticking off his back with a paper picture of where Thanos' face would be because he's really that tall. But Josh Brolin's really here talking, but everyone has to look above his head at the paper face.
That is so strange. I love cinema and just the way they do things.
I think it's so cool.
God.
Well, I don't know what this movie will be about. I don't know that I'm excited for it. I kind of read the books as a kid, so there's not really a lot of nostalgia there for me.
Same here. Like, I was aware of Clifford, but it was never my jam.
Yeah, but I'll see it, unless it's going to make me cry about dogs.
It probably will.
Yeah, so I probably don't want to see it.
One more piece of news for you. So the monolith that we talked about last episode, on the date we published our episode, the monolith disappeared. And then it reappeared.
What?
Yes, in Romania.
What?
So a second monolith.
Where was it before?
It was in Utah.
And it went across the world.
So here's the thing. We thought... well, I thought, personally, that, the monolith disappeared and then showed up again in Romania. I thought, like, the same monolith, I was like, that's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I looked at photos of the second monolith, and it's really just kind of kind of, it looks to me like a hasty knockoff job. Like
Okay.
there's the first monolith was so smooth and shiny and like
Yeah.
perfectly glassy, and the second monolith has like these weird scribbles all over it. It doesn't even look like language. It's just like circles over and over and over again. So
Oh, okay.
it's not the same monolith, sadly.
I mean, that's good to me.
I wish it was the same one, man.
Like, that would just freak me out too much, because to me, if it's the same one moving around, it's like, okay, here's the person from the United States, I'm going to evolve. And he picked Utah, of all places. You know?
Yes.
Now it's like, all right, now it's time for me to choose someone from Romania.
Yeah, he's picking all the best ones. So
He's seeing,
I don't know if
who
it's
is
still
worthy.
in Romania. It may have disappeared again, but yeah, I just want the monolith. I just want to evolve.
I just want to evolve.
There's got to be more.
I mean, me too. Well, are you ready to evolve?
I am. Let's do this thing.
Okay.
All right, folks. While we're evolving, can you please tell your friends about us and help us grow this audience? Don't forget to subscribe to us on your favorite platform or monolith so you never miss an episode. We release weekly every darn Monday, and if you have a second to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, that really, really helps us out.
And while you're out there doing that, don't forget you can find us and friend us on social media. We are YMBTOAP everywhere. Wherever you can think of it, that is our name, and we are there. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We got the Twitch and the YouTube, which we will be using coming up soon once our Game Awards stuff comes out, which I can't wait to watch it because I still want to know how it's going to work.
I'm so ready.
If you are ready to be chosen by the monolith, why don't you tell us about it? Why don't you email us at ymbtoap@gmail.com? We have gone through such an email drought.
We have.
I'm ready for some emails. I want some thoughts.
Give me your thoughts.
I want some pondering, some questions for the universe or something.
Give us a topic.
I just need
guys.
something.
Something. We're
Tell
hungry
us
for it.
if you read Clifford as a kid, how scared you are of his blood red coat. If you happen to be one of the 2 people on the face of the planet that uses Stadia, why do you keep using it? I'd like to know.
I thought you were going to say one of the 2 people who saw the monolith.
No. Oh, they're gone. They have moved on from this earthly plane somewhere else. If you got... Now, okay. If anybody knows me, they know I can almost feel just as good as having bought a great deal from just hearing about a great deal.
Yeah, it's true.
If you got a great deal on Black Friday, spin me that yarn.
Yeah.
I would love to hear about it and just appreciate the awesomeness that you succeeded in acquiring.
Tell us
I
how
love
your
that shit.
Thanksgiving was. Tell us your Black Friday stories. Tell us how proud you are of Elliot Page. Tell us anything.
Send us a congratulations to Elliot Page, and we'll pass it along to him for you.
Yeah,
Sure.
he's one of our
Why not?
best friends. We'll just slide it right into his inbox.
So send us an email. We would super appreciate it. It would be great.
Also, in case you missed it in the podcast feed, we are now on Patreon, you guys. We're on Patreon. I don't know what to say.
Come to our Patreon.
Come visit us. Come subscribe. Be our patrons. Be our friends.
We are trying to grow this for you guys, so hopefully you like what we do. You maybe want to come support it. You know.
Yeah, if you're able
Whatever
to,
floats
we
your boat.
would love to have you as one of our patrons, one of our good friends. The secret Discord is full of lots of fun little things, so get in there, check it out if you can.
So yeah, come check it out.
And on the way out, our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube. And as always, thank you so much for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Is the skull monster inside the piñata?
Skull monster.
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
I'm feeling a little betrayed here. I thought you were, like, actually a fan of country music, and it turns out you just kind of, like, mediocrely...
I'm just married to a fan of country music.
Kind of hurts a little bit. I did not know that.
I'm so sorry to stab you in the heart like this.
I really thought you were about it.
We should write a country song about it called My Podcast Host Stab Me in the Heart.
I'm writing that down right now. I'm gonna write you a song.